What's up, guys? Today's video, I'm gonna go over 3 trades I took that made me a little over $1,800 in my prop firm trading combine. So let's just get right into it. So basically, the first trade, what I was looking for was, as you can see, SPY pushed up aggressively towards that 373 area. Now we pulled back into these 371 area. So what I was looking for was kind of a bounce off this EMA, and I already had this level plotted. So when I saw buying coming in, when I was looking at the tape and looking at the level 2, this is where I entered at 936 even. And basically what I saw was that the bids were stacking up. And we every time when we aggressively went towards that 371 area, we got bought up quickly. So my thought process was I'd give this until the EMA as my stop loss. I like this because it's kind of like a 50% retracement of the move we had to the upside. So that's what kind of made me confident to keep holding. So basically, got in off the bounce of 371 with a stop loss below that wick or at that EMA, depending on how fast we kind of go towards that. And yeah, and I'll speed up into my exit. So as you can see, SPY was just having a very hard time getting above that 372 area. And basically, when I started seeing this, rejection and that it didn't really want to go above it, that's when I decided to cut my loss. Where I got out was at 941, so in 10 seconds is where I actually exited. That huge wick and us heading towards the downside like that kind of scared me, so I was like, honestly, I can always get back in if I wanted to, and that's what I did. So right there, I just cut it right there, and then I moved on to my next trade. So after we rejected that 372 area pretty aggressively and we headed towards the EMA, I saw that we were bought up very quick and we bounced out that 371 area again. So I was like, all right, honestly, the buyers are at 371. So if I'm going to go long, I have to have a stop below that 371 area, because once we give that up, then I know buyers are not in control. So at 942 is where I actually get back long, because this wick bouncing off 371 is a strong indication that SPY is going to go higher. Also, one thing that I've noticed when I trade SPY is usually huge wicks. If it wicks down really hard and it gets bought up quickly under a key level, it usually means we're going to break through it, because that's usually market makers trying to shake people out. And so at 942, like I said, is when I entered, anticipating the break of 372 and hopefully the break of a higher day. So I'm going to fast forward and get to my exit point. Alright, so at this point, I'm still in the trade, still long. I didn't take profits when we hit a new high a day because just the move wasn't big enough. This candle right here, you might think would scare me out, but the reason I didn't get out of my position is, first of all, I knew that that 371 area is honestly the support I'm watching. I don't really care if we give up that 372 area again. But this huge candle, what I was watching, I was looking at Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia, all those names, and the move down was not as big as this one. So SPY usually does this too, where it'll manipulate. I don't want to say manipulate, but it'll pull back very hard to scare people out, while the other names, Apple and those, aren't really doing the same thing. So that's what kind of gave me the confidence to stay in this trade. So we'll see my exit. So as you can see, SPY flew through that 373 area, made a new high a day, and was constantly pushing up above 373. I take profits at 954.45, so in basically a minute. The reason why basically I took profits there was that this huge candle going to the upside, a lot of volume coming in. We were kind of breaking out of this choppiness, and as you're going to see right now, this thing just continues and continues to go higher and higher. And thus at 954.45 you'll see I just get out, because usually with those huge moves to the upside, it is followed by a pullback. So I'll speed into the actual exit. So right here at 9:54:45, that's where I take off my full position, because we hit that 374 area, and I'm like, all right, I don't want to see a pullback, so I just get out of my position. So yeah, so those were my trades for the day. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.